long lives that they attribute to the fact that they ate a lot of meat and wine or alcohol of some variety and smoked. That seems to be the thing with those people. It's like this person, they lived to 116 and they attribute their long life to downing half a bottle of fucking grappa a day or something like that. And you're like, okay. Fuck, what were we even doing in this fucking game? We were in Skyrim. Greetings Dragonborn, yes. But, oh, right, so let's, quest log, that's a thing, We had a quest, right, this was a mod quest. And the mod quest took us from, I don't even remember where it started, but we were in Whiterun, and then it told us to meet someone here in Dawnstar, only to then send us back to Whiterun Hold. So, right, you're thinking of France and Greece and shit? Oh. All that Mediterranean diet? Guess you live long enough when your body has to get tougher. Irish people ate cabbage, poorly minced lamb, spuds, and whiskey. Fucking atrocious diet? That sounds like a hearty peasant fare that would keep you warm during the whatever you guys consider to be a cold winter in Ireland. That's like almost like a, I was gonna say replace whiskey with like replace keep you warm for all your 40ish years as a peasant. Okay, I was gonna say that diet, cabbage, lamb, spuds, replace the whiskey with like plum brandy, and it's essentially like a Balkan. It's like, yeah, that's what they ate in the Balkan. That's what my family ate and eats. Everyone get some fucking, what is it called? There's a word for plum brandy. Insert local alcohol here, yeah. That's a lot of places. Cabbage, some sort of meat, potatoes, and then your local specialty alcohol. Schlieferwitzer? Is that Schlieferwitzer? I think that's plum brandy. Oh, hello. You are a bandit. Oh, 1 second. Say something in chat, please. Yeah, Schlieferwitzer. That's what it is. Yeah, plum brandy. It's awful. Oh, it's fucking terrible. it's so awful. Oh, Schlieferwitzer. Oh, Schlieferwitzer, and then there's Rakia, and Rakia is even worse. Ugh. Say something. Not you. I'm waiting for the person who's clearly a bot to talk in chat. How do you do /ban? Ban username reason. Ban. Stupid ass. There we go. No, sorry, there's just a bot that I banned. Rakia rings some kind of bell. Rakia is another type of fruit brandy from the Balkans. The normal stuff you find in, like, the store is, like, a 40% proof. but the homemade stuff that you're more likely to find is upwards of like 80, and it might as well be you might as well be drinking kerosene. Like it's it's so bad.
No more.
You can handle alcohol well for social interaction, you just don't like the flavor. I was always particular with what I drank. In terms of, like, I drank it because I liked the flavor. If I didn't like the way it tasted, I wasn't drinking it. That's why I liked beer. Beer is like the soda pop of alcohol. Because there's so many different types of beer. There's different ways that they make, like different types that have different flavor profiles and all that sort of stuff, and it was really nice.
You're dead. You hear me? Dead.
I liked wheat beers.
You're gonna die for that.
I liked wheat beers. I liked amber lagers. I liked... I think it's Poland has a thing called rectified spirit. Yeah, the rectified spirit is like might as well be gasoline. Yeah. You like just go like at that point like you might as well just drink medical alcohol. Don't do that. But like anything above 74 is perfume and above 90 it's cologne. Do you like wine? I never liked regular wine. I just never had it enough. One of my cousins used to brew Hoitin in his shed, and the shit could blind you, actually burns your skin on a batch. Holy shit. Brewing fucking sulfuric acid, trying to dissolve a corpse or something. What was I gonna say? Alcohol. It was alcohol. Wine. That's it. Wine. I never really liked wine. I had it a couple times, and I'm like, not my thing. Now, sparkling wine and or champagne, I quite liked sparkling wine. I really liked champagne. It was the best part of New Year's, was being able to drink essentially bubbly liquid candy. Mmm. You know, like wine, despite being near a famous wine producing location and being ingrained to our culture deeply, I just never really liked wine. I'm in there, I'm with you, and like, it's just like, nope, not my thing. Safe to say you're a gin man. I also didn't like gin. I found it too, it's too fragrant, too fruity smelling and flavored. I never, maybe not fruit, it always tasted medicinal. I felt like I was just like drinking medicine. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm good. What is this over here? Who are you? Is this one of the famous Skyrim random encounter? What is going on? You can trick yourself into thinking you're making everything better when you drink it. It struck me as something that was like, they used to give you like, oh. Well, thank you. Oh, it was a vampire that just melted. And then a bunch of, are you yeah, your vigilance. Oh, okay. I guess that was supposed to be, we're back to Skyrim, back to weird sort of things not triggering properly, or like random event not accounting for vampires being in the I was gonna say sunlight, but daytime, more like. That vampire just poofed into existence, and then got melted. Anyone says that whiskey being smooth is lying. Whiskey should feel like you're being consensually strangled. I was never spirit straight up was never my thing. I never liked having like a straight whiskey or anything like that. I liked cocktails. I would not drink I would never drink vodka straight, but mix it with, I don't know, orange juice, and wow, suddenly this becomes a lot more palatable. Mix it with fucking a bunch of like tomato juice and a bunch of other soup ingredients and make a Caesar or a Bloody Mary. And I'm like, ooh, that's nice. Yes, that is the reason. One of them had to be what's it called? You have to introduce yourself. That's the reason why that one of them was Male Nord, one of them was Vigilant of Stendars. You have to you can at a glance oh my god. You can at a glance recognize what race the character is, but God forbid you like Turkish cold savory beverage with yogurt, water, and salt. I don't know about that. Is that your mom? Haha, got him. Oh my god, I'm freezing cold because that water was ice and I forgot that the fucking survival mode is on. Can we make a camp? Do we have anything to make a campfire? How do you use your power again? Yeah, there we go. Place here. Campfire. Use. We don't have any wood. Can we like, can we like, isn't there like, harvest wood. Spend 30 minutes harvesting wood. Chop dead wood. You need a woodcutter's axe. Gather branches. We still don't, fuck it. Bushmills is fairly smooth for a whiskey. It tastes like shit, though. Okay. It's smooth, but you're essentially drinking toilet water. Oh, excuse me, ladies. Frostfall doesn't like the early college quests. You almost died on your way to Sarthal. What are we doing? We should probably go do that Whiterun quest. Because, like, we were following... I don't know. I always lose the thread. So let's go back to Fort Greymore. And we'll walk north and hopefully don't die. Hopefully this place hasn't refilled with bandits. That would be really unfortunate. Skyrim. Yes, Skyrim. Might be able to grab a woodcutters. I wonder, because we have the green pack thing, I wonder if we can even do that with it. So if I find an axe, I wonder if I can even use it. They're not Valenwood trees, so fuck them. Just gotta keep on a lookout for an axe. Or someone, I don't know if they like, if you can find someone selling firewood, maybe. Or if I can like loot it off of something. when is Morrowind cringe in brackets on the schedule? Good point. I have been waiting for... Actually, let me check. Has it been updated? Because I want the mod pack I want to play to be updated. Path of the Incarnate. And it's still TBA. And I kind of like, because what they're adding a couple mods to the mod list that are actually really good, like expansion delay, which is huge, so you don't get jumped by the Dark Brotherhood as soon as you hit like level 10. And they're also adding quick loot, which I think is like almost necessary. Quick trip to the right one. Yes, I will. There is that one that you can steal outside in Whiterun. Where are we going? Sweet shit. Like this way. A few days ago, you stapled your hand at work. Oof. With a paper stapler, or with like a big like a stapler for things that aren't paper. Paper stapler? Oh, okay. Whew. I remember doing that all the time as a kid in grade school, messing around with a stapler because I'm a child. Oh, here we go. Blech. Staplers are still a thing? Why wouldn't they be?
Here. The plan's simple. We go in and kill everything on 2 legs. Except for the chief. I'll have him crawling on all 4s. Any questions?
Yeah, why do you want him on all 4s?
Boss, I got a question. What if they had dogs? Wouldn't they be on 4 legs instead of 2? Would you want us to spare them, seeing as they ain't but stupid mutts?
I'm confused as well. You say kill everything on 2 legs, but don't that include us?
You idiots. Just kill everything in the cave, except the 4 of us. Got it?
What is the mod quest? We're doing a mod quest. I don't know. I don't even remember how we started. Oh, I remember. We found a book, and the book had it was like a book in a. We heard a rumor of a witch's den, and we went there, and I killed the random lady, but there was a book in the basement that had our name in it. It was like narrating a story with our character in it. That sent us to Whiterun, where we talked to this guy, or talked to someone else, who sent us to Dawnstar, where we met this dude, and then it sent us to here, and that's when we stopped last time. Okay. But I will point out that in the grand tradition of mods not being able to escape Bethesda's gameplay, what is this quest? Oh, by the way, go kill some bandits. Oh boy, don't threaten me with a good time. Jesus Christ.
Is someone there?
No, I am dying. Feels like a Monty Python, but with way too little effort. Yeah, see that. Them talking about dogs reminded me of orcs and men. Sticks could sneak up behind enemies before coming and assassinate them, but not the dogs because they sniff them out. Meat from not people? Ah, it doesn't matter.
Let's see what we can do then.
Did they all die? Okay. what you get for not eating for eating not people meat. That's what I get for the stealth in this mod pack being shit.
Over here. Damn you.
Cool. Oh, please join the fight at any time.
Did you hear something?
Jesus Christ, these fucking people. Man, is there ever a chest in this game that's worth looting?
Just die a extender while you can.
Okay. Good job. How'd that go so differently? Warmful fur cloak. Why does the quest giver want that? I don't even remember why we're here. To kill these guys, but like I gotta read the next chapter of the book, and that's gonna do something. Listen. This is just, as it usually is, this is an excuse to do more combat. Taking something back? Oh. Statistically, it must be a decent chest, but statistics also say that you're safe driving drunk. Oh, loot. I'll take that. I think I picked up a helmet that I don't want. Yeah, there it is. Never liked action RPGs. Without turn-based combat, you don't need to weigh the benefit and cost of items and abilities and can cheese them by messing with the action part of the gameplay. It's trying to do something different than they're two, I think, completely different genres. Well, not completely different, but like they're two very different things. You know, I don't think Skyrim is a good example of an action RPG in general. I would say something like Elden Ring is a little better, something like that, or a Souls, any of like the Soulsborne games, where you have to not just build like a character that makes sense. You also have to like show proficiency in actually, you know, fighting. And to be fair, there is a lot of cheese even in turn-based games.
This is more like it. Every one of these things has a story. Take this pendant, for example. Got it off a carriage moving a noble's family to solitude. It was locked in a safe, you see, and try as we might, nobody could crack it. This noble, he tried to bargain with me, saying he'd open the safe if I spared his blushing bride. So I said, sure.
Is he actually saying what's written in the book? That's actually kind of cute. I can hear him talking.
Never said anything about my men.
That's cute. I hate audiobooks.
Funny part is I could pawn it with the bloody inscription on the back. To my darling Cassandra.
Sand.
Married a girl named
My
Helen.
dogs are
I
Sandra.
blame Argus. If he was half the fence he claimed to be, he could say, not that I need to tell you, seeing as how you used to work for him. Where did you say you two met, anyway? And yet you played along. Seems to me you could have just came. I don't know who sent you, but either way, you can't be trusted. Now, you're going to the
Well, no, I was so attached to this man. Where'd that arrow go? He was one of the NCR chaps in the Frontier, I think. Oh no. That will happen eventually. It's just I really don't want to play the Frontier. Like I've got a bunch of good games I'm playing right now. Wow. Skyrim's a game. Skyrim is better than the Frontier. Let's be fucking rogue leather. Ooh. I'm kind of a rogue. Thanks, nerd. As much as we do the haha, as much as we do the haha, the funny hahas of saying do it, it isn't. I want to kind of give, I want to see it, I want to, at least, it's, they can, I don't know. It could lead to the inspiration of being like, I have to make a video about this. I feel like in most FromSoft games, you could remove the RPG aspects and the game would remain a complete experience. I 150% disagree. That's like, no. I could not, you cannot remove like half of the game and say it's a complete experience. Building a character, choosing level ups, picking what armor and weapon and magic and etc. to use, that's all a huge part of a FromSoft title. Like, you can't just get that, like, you, like, I cannot imagine playing any of the Dark Souls and not having like and not be, and just being like I don't, and that's the thing, is like I can't even imagine a game like that. Like, I can't imagine a Dark Souls game or Elden Ring or Bloodborne without the RPG mechanics. Like, is it just one type of weapon? Like, what do the weapons not have any stats? I thought they were just dodge, roll, slop. Why do we have to go to Solitude? I guess we're going to Solitude. Best parts of it were just wandering around casually murdering things, which you can do in most games, eh? Like, playing through Elden Ring, I like exploring the world. I like knowing, like, going to, like, the area. I know that, like, you know, going through the areas and being like, ooh, ah, ee, this is fun. But, like, one of the things that keeps me going is knowing that, like, I'm gonna get a cool scepter soon. I'm gonna get a new scepter that does more, allows me to do more damage with spells. As I level up, I'm going to be able to use the more powerful version of you know, this spell or that spell, or you know, I'm gonna have way more mana. I'm gonna be doing more damage with every single spell attack. You'd still have the stellar boss design, stunning atmosphere, and Metroidvania level-esque level design. Yeah, but what makes going through the levels and fighting the bosses is the fact that you essentially choose how you build your character to get through those areas. The way I am playing Elden Ring, for example, is very different from someone who is playing, let's say, a parry build, or someone who's doing like a greatsword build, or someone who's doing like you know, using a specific weapon with like a very specific move set. You know, they're using counters, they're using miracles, they're using you know, like you know, like special, you know, arts of Ashes of War, etc. You know, and it's like the way, like, I'm gonna struggle with different bosses than other people were because of our builds, because the bosses have different sort of, you know, are gonna be more, some are gonna be easier and some are gonna be more challenging. Like, I'm gonna have trouble as a mage build fighting Renala because she's very resilient to magic, because she's the magic lady. You know, where a fight that's like really rough on like melee players, I might not have that issue because my whole thing is keeping at range and using magic. Play that theoretical game once, but not twice. I would argue that, like, probably the closest FromSoft with, like, and it still has RPG mechanics, but maybe I would say less RPG mechanics, would be like Sekiro. Because Sekiro, you have you're using the katana, you have the prosthetic tools, but like, you're not really like building a character, you know, you're not ever going to not use the katana, you know what I mean? Like, the game much more sort of has like expected ways for you to encounter enemies and fight them. You know, it's like, this is the boss that you're going to learn how to do the parries with, you know, or this enemy, you're going to parry him because that's the way to deal with it. This enemy, you're going to do this because that's kind of the design. And it's essentially, you know, it's essentially giving the player the challenge of like, the mechanic is this for this boss, get good at it. You wouldn't have stellar boss design as several bosses are designed around different levels of power. Without RPG mechanics, the only way to make a character grow would be a very old the old school Doom way of doing it, but here's the bigger sword, now it hits harder. The phrase ER would be worse without the RPG elements, but it'd still be better than most other action RPGs because the action part works in tandem with the RPG elements. Phrase ER would be better, it would be worse without the RPG elements, still be better than most other action RPGs, because the action part works in tandem with the RPG element. What the fuck? the most random pop-up. It's been a while since you've last groomed your hair, and now it's longer. No, I'm good, thank you. Most action RPGs or action with RPG mechanics bolted on. Yeah, I guess it depends. What are we going to count as an action RPG? Like, how far do we go? You know, like, is Morrowind an action RPG? Is Oblivion an action RPG? Is Skyrim an action RPG? Is Fallout 1 or 2 an action RPG? No. Is Fallout 3 and New Vegas and 4 action RPGs? Well, you know, maybe some more than others, you know.
The man's going to try to take Whiterun.
Wish that pop in real life, save me from looking for like Walder Frey for a couple days until I noticed in the mirror.
To garrison troops in his city. On the other hand, he also refuses to acknowledge Ulfric's claim.
All this standing around is rubbish. We should be taking the fight to the Stormlands.
I guess we're just going into the dungeon to find a book. That's the thing. It's like, yes. So you guys essentially, Halcyon and Noob in chat, you got essentially asked a question and then answered it. Does the action just mean in real time? And they respond, or they say, I view action RPGs as RPG plus other genre that's not turn-based or strategic. And then we have to now also get into the weeds of what is an RPG mechanic. What do we consider to be an RPG mechanic, and what do we consider to be a more general mechanic? Like how specific, how many mechanics familiar to RPGs do you have to have in a game before it's an RPG? If a game has a leveling system, is it an RPG? If a game allows you to get gear that is better than other gear or upgrade your gear numerically, is it an RPG? Is that just a thing? Like, does it have, if it has both of those things, is it an RPG? Does a skill point system imply an RPG? You know? Like, Morrowind, Elden Ring, Mass Effect, those are all RPGs, but they're very different. You know? Fallout 1, Morrowind, Mass Effect, Elden Ring, Baldur's Gate 3, all RPGs, very, very different. Is that it? Dungeon, first time, surface of the mirror. He died by the writer's hand, the bastard, but now the wicked writer laid the dagger on the table, brimming with fire. With the conclusion slits, the writer could only shake his head. He had little trouble fashioning the endings of his other, struggled to write his own. When the right thoughts turned not to, but the protagonist, it was... Okay. The writer's dagger. 25 fire damage. I need to get, like, the Final Fantasy, like, fanfare. For my percent. What was the last paragraph? Perhaps he thought there was another choice, one beyond what the mirror presented, the same one the writer proposed in as the wiser course of action when she entered that dim cellar many moons ago. Perhaps he could simply turn away. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not gonna read a bunch of stuff that people are saying. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted by the game I'm streaming. Action RPGs these days are action games where you can alter stats superficially. Just the days when everything was a Doom clone or an Ultima clone. We know you're old, Lugor. It's okay. The RPG usually doesn't carry a great deal into story or choice. I view an RPG as perfectly opposed in philosophy to a character action. In an RPG, you play a role in a story, but you play it. You can design your character as you wish, as it goes. Character action is the opposite in that the gameplay instead turns the player into a character with the mechanics that reinforce the character's mindset. You know, DMC requires you to be stylish and creative. God of War forces you to be unrelenting and brutal. Interesting comparison to character action games. That's the idea being that, like, a character action game makes the player embody a character and their personality. And that to you a RPG is the opposite, where it gives you, the player, the ability to essentially make their character. So the thing is that now I can, again, with the difficulty of defining RPG-ness is, well, what about a game series like The Witcher or Mass Effect, where you are not... I'd say The Witcher is a stronger example, but Mass Effect is still there. You are not making a character in The Witcher. You are playing Geralt of Rivia. You are embodying him. And you are given ways to essentially play him, and that's still an RPG. You know, similarly in Mass Effect, you have more freedom than The Witcher, but you are always playing Commander Shepard. You're never not going to be a soldier of the Systems Alliance in, you know, that setting. You're always playing as that person. You have more leeway to shape how Shepard behaves than Geralt for the most part. But, you know, you're still playing the preset character. You know, so again, We just get into I feel like whenever you talk about game genres, it always ends up getting into the weeds of being like, what counts as an RPG mechanic, what doesn't count as an RPG mechanic. You know, how much RPG do you have to be an RPG? You know, how much of it is like Commander Shepard is something of a blank slate character. Where Geralt is a pre-existing character and there is defined lore, accurate line of choices. It's weird. Yeah, I think that's. I know. I brought up Mass Effect because there is like it's. I'd say that Shepard is a partial blank slate. They have some preset things. Again, like you're never not like you know, you can't like. You can choose their background, but you're never not going to be a soldier, you know, in that background. You know what I mean? Like, it's not like even like something like a blank granite. There you go. The choices and builds you make are part of who that character is. Choices you make, the choices you make are choices that the character themselves could make, and you can entering each one puts you in their mindset. How did we get down this? Oh, right, we were talking about Elden Ring, and then... Yes, right, okay. No lollygagging. I understand what you're trying to say. I don't 100% agree with it.
Thank you not to interrupt me.
But I get it. What I'm trying to think of like other examples going back to action RPG. What would we consider to be an action RPG? Is The Witcher 3 an action RPG? I would say yeah, you know. I'd say I don't know, I haven't played The Witcher in a while, so choices in games with pre-existing characters I feel work best as a way to immerse the player into the character's POV by showing you what they think while giving the illusion that they're yours. Getting close to philosophical when the overarching line is man action RPGs can be boring. Was that what we started with? I don't know. I don't think... Is it that action RPGs can be boring? Like, I thought it was more so... Action RPGs aren't... A lot of times don't need the RPG part. Or sometimes that the action part overwrites the RPG-ness of it. That because you can, I guess, because you have sort of, I guess, the not the real-time combat and such, you can find ways to essentially get through an encounter above the mechanics, you know, without having to engage as much with the RPG-ness. Don't apologize. I find this interesting. I'd rather have something to talk about than nothing to talk about. We literally have no other quest but to go talk to fucking Meridia. I don't want to talk to Meridia. She's mean. I don't want to talk to Meridia. She's loud. Let me rephrase that. We're actually so close to her too. God damn it. There are action RPGs and action RPGs. It's a scale, you know. Get a quest. What we can get a start on the vampire quest for like Dawnguard. Tell the big football to get bent? What are you talking about? Differentiate between action RPG, and action RPG according to how impactful each aspect is. Where are we? So, go down. Should be like right here. Meridia's beacon looks like a football. Oh. Do we have that? There it is. That's a lumpy ass football. We could do Dawnguard a little bit of it. I want to see how what did they use for Serana in this mod pack? I don't think any other NPC in Skyrim has more options of mods to change their appearance than Serana. Serana has so many mods. Serana has an entire mod that revoices all of her lines and gives her like 5 billion other lines of dialogue. I don't know if it's in this pack. I think they took it easy on Serana in this mod pack. Darn it. There's some good ones. I could just look it up. I could just turn... I do have the... If I just type in... Uh-oh. Serana. NPC overhauls. Serana. Is it this one? Oh. Visit on Nexus. Can't tell. Eh. I sifted through all the mods and got what I wanted? Okay. Daedric artifacts will make the vigilance hostile. Oh, good. It's like it's around here somewhere, right? Her shrine? Yeah, there it is. If there is something more definitive I can say.
Look at my temple lying in ruins. So much for the constancy of mortals, their crafts and their hearts. If they love me not, how can my love reach them?
You're loud. This is also mod dialogue.
Restore to me my beacon.
Because I'm 90% certain the original Meridia is like, so much for the constancy of mortals, their crafts and their hearts. Restore to me my beacon. That's how I remember her sounding. Sorry, is there something more definitive I can say that I don't like perks that are using your gobbledygook during Moonstis with the Smoor equipped gives you 3% more damage against twags? Is this a modded statue as well? Whee! Look, it's her bacon, or Meridia's bacon, and the sword. No, I should have saved because this is buggy.
It is time for my splendor to return to Skyrim. The token of my truth lies buried in the ruins of my once great temple, now tainted by a profane darkness skittering within. The necromancer Malkoran defiles my shrine with vile corruptions, dropping lost souls left in the wake of this war to do his bidding.
Okay.
Worse, I have brought you here.
You're very loud.
To be my... But a single candle can banish the darkness of the entire void. If not you, then someone else.
It totally needed zoom. It's because we're talking to a NPC
my
now.
beacon is sure to attract a worthy soul.
Meridia,
But if you are wise,
being the Lady
you
of
will
Light and all
heed
that,
my bidding.
is also the Daedric Prince of Greed. Oh, she wants you to kick the squatters because they tried to take her stuff.
And Malkoran
Meridia's VA is the same as Knight Commander Meredith from DA2. Oh my
Malkoran
god.
has forced the doors shut. But this is my temple, and it responds to my decree.
I hate MiHoYo games because they do that a lot with the character. Yes, holy fucking shit, yes. I haven't played any of the MiHoYo games in a while. Yes, 100%. It's like they're trying to hit a word count with the item descriptions and powers of artifacts and such. Like, it's nuts. And it's so, yeah, it's exactly when it's like they're paragraphs long and it's garbage. Like, what is... What is the artifacts for... Sorry, now I'm just looking up garbage. I think the characters are really good. Of example of in Genshin, the character descriptions for shit is insane. And became one of the Magnagi, aka the little fucking star. She also might have been one of the Et Aya to help Lorcan do his shit. Okay, little fucking star. She interacted with the existing Daedra in some way. She became a Daedric prince herself. Jesus. I like how it blocked, again, sorry, I'm just reading you guys talking about, yeah, there's a lot of that in the MiHoYo stuff. Read any of the descriptions for any of the characters' special, like, abilities, it's just garbage. It's just garbage. I bet I am nowhere near a high enough level for this kind of quest. You get a terrible feeling about this place. Okay. It's why she's still somewhat good, hating the undead, Lady of Light, and all that. Dawnbreaker might be made out of a star, and the games don't do the fucking thing's lore justice. Wow, you expect Bethesda to do that? What are you? A hater? It's real dark in here, guys. I also have to sneeze. Excuse me. That sword, according to what the lore says, theoretically could cause a dragon break if it wanted to, just casually. Oh, I'm sure, yeah. Now, no, you see. It's almost like the temple got corrupted by darkness. Yeah. But you see, Lugor, that sword was very good at causing the game to freeze back on the 360. When it procced its ability and caused a bunch of physics objects to fly everywhere. Which, that's it. There you go. They put it in. That's a dragon break. Personally prefer perks that let you do something new, not what you can do already slightly better. Like Mauler, stay back and range your takedown in New Vegas. Letting me parry Deathclaws. Dawnbreaker might be a physical part of the Magnagi, which by Lorcan, the Ager's own decisions, the Magnagi are not permitted unto Mundus. So if a chunk of that might be the sword wakes the fuck up, say goodbye to this reality. Perks mechanically changing the gameplay, perish the thought. Bethesda. Guys, you do, because you've watched the streams. I'm making the Starfield video, and I'm talking about the combat, and holy shit, some of the perks. Perks, not even what am I saying? Perks. Some of the clips, even. God damn, I can't speak. Lego? Oh my god, Lego? What? Yeah, I'm, sorry, I was working on, I have to actually do like another 25 minutes of playing through Starfield to get some extra combat B-roll for the video, and something fucking magical happened when I was doing it. There was like it's like the game gifted me the perfect example of like a bullet sponge. It was so beautiful. The guy ragdolled, and I shot him, knocked him over, and then I was able to keep, like, juggle him in, like, low gravity for maybe, like, 20 seconds. And it was embarrassing. And he was just eating shotgun shells at point-blank range. It's like, wow, this is perfect. So you're fucking damn right that ended up in the fucking video. And, yeah. But as to what you're talking about with the lore Lugor, they don't fucking know this. No one at Bethesda knows that this shit's in the lore. None of them care. If you go to Bethesda right now and ask anyone, like, and to ask them, like, what's an Aedra? What's the Magna Gi? Or whatever the fuck. They wouldn't know. No one there would know. They don't have a lore master or anyone who's, like, keeping track of this shit. Of course, they don't. Most of the test lore is pre-Oblivion or some wild shit ESO came up with. We shouldn't talk about what ESO came up with unless you want to mention the Daedric god, the Daedric prince that appears and then disappears because someone find Emil and pressure him to answer these questions. He wouldn't know. Also, Emil likes ruining Fallout more than Elder Scrolls. Lego games always had characters with perks that would give unique functions and levels and open worlds. God, I haven't played one of those Lego games for a while. They figured out mechanically changing perks before Bethesda. Yeah. Lockpick broken. Level up. What was like? Yeah, like fuck, man. They don't know the lore. They don't know any of this stuff. They don't care. Just install the mod, Nez. This is actually me farming levels by getting skill ups in lockpicking. Ooh. Wow. Bunch of shit. I don't know if any of this is good. Potion or staff of poison seed. I'm gonna take that. Robe of illusion. Ancient Nord boots of major stamina. Ancient Nord amulet of minor health. I do have the amulet of Stendar on though. Can I wear more than one necklace? I forgot that it's impossible in the Elder Scrolls universe to wear more than one necklace. Ithelia, the Daedric Prince of Paths who can casually rewrite Destiny despite the fact that that shit's owned by the fucking Aedra and Destiny is a concept of time in the Elder Scrolls, but fuck me, I guess. Someone wanted to put their OC in the game as a Daedric Prince, and they had to figure out how to be, like, because it's like, wait a minute, what about all of this other future stuff where that Daedric Prince isn't mentioned? It's like, oh, just delete them. Hermimora being able to casually wipe the memories of the gods and Daedric princes. Watching Patrician streams for Skyrim and Oblivion made it clear to me that Bethesda devs are simply incapable of making anything like the old games. Yeah, 100%. That line of they are incapable of making anything like good or anything like the old games, I have essentially that's one of my closing like lines for, or like part of my closing argument for my Starfield video. Is that like, I mean, not closing argument, closing point is like the people who are making at Bethesda are just incapable of making anything good anymore. Pissing on the shoulders of giants. One of the top comments on my Fallout 4 video, it has so many people have given it thumbs up, is literally someone just being like, we shit on the shoulders of giants, Bethesda. And it's like, yeah. That's yeah, they got it. We shit on the shoulders of giants. Can't see shit, Captain. But that, it's funny because it's like, for a long time with Bethesda though, it was like often the same like a lot of the same people were involved in like Morrowind, Oblivion, Skyrim, Fallout 3, Fallout 4. You know what I mean? Like, maybe not on every single project, and maybe, you know, like, not all of the same, you know, people, but, like, there's, like, a good amount of crossover where it's, like, you know, it's like, man, none of those, they all just, like, it's just, they just keep, they keep making the same game, and they just keep making it worse. They, like, just keep getting worse at making essentially the same flavor of, like, RPG. Good. I think story quality in games has gone down overall just because the writers mostly don't read books. I don't know. I feel like it's a case of just they don't have any talent. You know, I bet you could probably find one or two of them that are really that are big bookies, big readers. They love the reading. It's just that they're not good at writing. Yeah, and it's also just it's also a case of like it's not just the writing that is an issue. It is very much also the mechanics. Designed by committee, risk aversion. I would say it's my opinion is that it's a case of there's another person that I think they're also afraid to be bold and innovate and play it safe. I think the playing it safe is a part of it, but I think it's also just a case of the more that they water down their games, the more that they strip away systems and make mechanics shallower and shallower, it appeals to a wider audience because there's less of a skill floor, or the skill floor gets lower. You know, when you don't have to think too much about, you know, you don't have to worry about numbers and stats as much, and worrying about you know, the idea of, oh, I fucked up my character's build, or you know, oh, do I use this or that? Worrying even about stuff like, oh, what if I fail a quest, or what if I choose A, but I wanted to choose B instead. Like, oh, and like, just get rid of that. Just make that's not there at all. And so someone, you know, in the attempt to appeal to someone who might not usually play that kind of game, and be like, oh, well, this will make them want to play it because they won't have to worry about all that, you know, nasty mechanical stuff. And then I think combined with that, have you seen a mission failed pop up in Starfield? The closest would be, I think, getting chewed out by Sysdef after killing everyone on that fucking cruise liner. And I think wasn't necessarily... It's one of those things where it's like you fail the quest and the game immediately gives you the other side of the quest. It goes, actually, okay, go to the pirates now. It's like you were working with the Sysdef guys, and now it's like go with the pirates. That would be the closest. I think the quest did fail, but I don't think you can ever be like 100% locked out of a quest line. Like that's I don't see how. As he fell to the ground, Icarus smiled, for he knew he had seen what no one else had seen and soared toward no one else had reached. What was I gonna say? Shit. So I think the stripping down to appeal to a wider audience is part of it, and then I think the other idea in that is that they strip down the game, but then they have the idea, and you see it with a lot of things, not just video games and not just Elder Scrolls or Bethesda or whatever. You see it with a lot of media, a lot of other games, is the idea that they're always going to have an audience. It becomes what I like to call busy games, a game for someone who spends an hour blankly playing between going home from work and going to the gym. Something to fill an hour? Yeah, I guess. It's like the video game equivalent of like, just like vegetating in front of Netflix or doom scrolling on your phone. But I think it's like, they think that, they have it in their head that, okay, we always have the nerds and like the core audience. They're never going to not want something that looks like the thing that they want. You know what I mean? Like there's always going to be a person who's, oh, we always have this core fan base. If they see something with Fallout or with Elder Scrolls slapped on it, they'll buy it. They'll play it. They don't care. They just want to play more of the thing. So we can strip away and make the game, you know, watered down more and more because we always have this core of people who's going to show up. You know, and in a way, it's kind of true. There are people with all sorts of games who are like, oh, I love this thing. I love this thing. Why? Because it has the iconography I recognize. That to me, in like the last couple months, maybe last like half year, is something that's become like readily apparent. Is that there is a large amount of people who only who like the iconography of a series. That's it. They like the wrapper of the series. You know what I mean? They like what it looks like. You know, they don't care that they like the chocolate bar wrapper. They don't care that the chocolate bar is slowly being replaced with shit. It's slowly the ratio of chocolate to dog poop is getting higher, or the lower chocolate, higher dog poop, and they don't care because it's still, the label still shows the thing that they like on it. Transformation of customer to consumer, yeah. Could you give me like health potions instead of magica potions? The new vibes-based economy. Oh. Okay, gotta see if this guy's gonna be a pain in the butt. Oh, I think there is the target lock mod in this game, but I don't remember what the key is. It's really for third person. True directional movement. Target lock. I switched it to X. Right, there we go, okay. Doesn't matter about the substance, it's the vibes, bro. Yeah, it's got good vibes. Well, like, all the people who are like, yo, I'm a big fan of... Again, I use Fallout because I saw one a while ago that was just so fucking, like, perfect. Where it was like, the person was, like, calling them a tourist, and their response to being called a tourist was to be like, yo, look at all the merch I own. And it's like, oh no. Like, it was around the Fallout TV show, the second season, where it's like, you're a tourist. And it's like, how can I be a tourist? Look at all this, oh, Jesus. Look, how can I be a tourist? I own all of this merch from Fallout, and I went to one of the, like, the publicity events for the show. How could I be a tourist? And it's like, oh no. It doesn't matter that the burger place I opened makes shit burgers. It's got cool designs on the walls, and the chips come in a little mug, and the water comes in recycled whiskey bottles. And we serve the burgers on like a fucking a slate tile that was warmed up. I hate Cyberpunk 2077 because I keep seeing flawed but passionate design everywhere. I feel nothing for Starfield. There's nothing to critique. Oh, there's a lot to critique, but I understand that. I'd say that Starfield 2077 is an extremely flawed game, but holy shit, is it like a better game than Starfield. The thing that makes me a Londoner isn't living here for 20 years of voting for. It's that I own 19 I Heart London shirts. That's the proof. We need to start doing pop quizzes. You need to start doing pop quizzes when people say they're a fan of something, and specifically, you need to do a tricky pop quiz. What I mean by that is you have to go like, you have to tell them something that is fake, and ask them what they think about it. So make up a scenario in a game. It's like, oh, did you like the part in Fallout 1? Where I can't even fucking think of something, but like you have to make something up and be like, did you like that part in Fallout 1? And when they go, actually, or when you say like, oh, what did you do in the quest? You know, and then they see if they try to bullshit their way through it. Excuse me? Oh, we have to fight his shade. How many Daedric princes are there? I couldn't even answer that, to be fair. Do you like the part in Fallout 1 where the Enclave attacks the Brotherhood of Steel? Oh my god. When the Enclave attacks the Brotherhood of Steel in Fallout 1, who did you save? That's what you should ask someone who says that they're a Fallout fan. Did you save Paladin did you save Paladin Vasquez or Scribe Linden? I don't know. Look, I'm hull down. He can't hit me because I'm hull down. My World of Tanks knowledge saving me again. For the title, I assumed you were playing Crimson Desert. Fallout 1, did you kill her side with Fatty Bones Malone? You say that when there is actually a character in Fallout 4 called Skinny Malone, and he's a fat guy. And he's like a mobster man. Holy shit. The fucking Triggerman, and you were referencing him? Okay. Because, like, the fucking Triggerman in Fallout 4.
The Defiler is defeated.
Jesus Christ, Meridia, shut up.
Take Dawnbreaker from its pedestal.
Did you save Star Paladin Cross in Fallout 2 when the Master attacked the Pridwin with his super mutant army? Oh, it's so, like, the Triggermen. The Triggermen are another example of them making something for Fallout 4 and it being a nothing. Oh, by the way, here's the Triggermen. It's like, what are they? Oh, they're like gangsters because Boston, right? And it's like, oh, what is their story? What is their lore? What point do they play in the story? Are they literally just there as like a, oh, Boston has mobsters, so we have mobsters now in this because, yeah, okay, that's it. That's as far as it went. That's as far as it went. They use Tommy guns and they dress in suits and fedoras. It's like, my God, welcome to the theme park, everyone. Gizmo from Fallout voiced by Tigger's VA? Oh my god. That was a weird fight. Is Boston known for its 20s gangster vibe? I thought it was more of a New York thing. I think it's like a Boston has like a thing with the mob. I bet if I Google Boston mob, I'll be put on a list. Boston mob. The Boston mob is defined. Boston mob history is well defined between the Italian-American Patriarca crime family and the Irish-American Winter Hill gang. There you go. I thought it was known for the molasses incident. Surprised they don't have a group of Irishmen whose quest is finding green paint to paint the river like they do on St. Patrick's Day. That's in Chicago. Sorry. That's Chicago. They do that in Chicago. I'm sorry. That's a little further west. But you say that, although there is a quest in Fallout 4 to get a can of green paint to paint the wall in Diamond City. Years active, 1910 to present. The fuck, Boston? Yeah, crime families are still... Organized crime still exists. The mobs still exist. They're not as, like, big and spooky as they used to be. From the mid-2010s, the family was led by Carmen the Cheeseman Dinuzio. The Cheeseman. Winter Hill. Eddie Winter... Oh my god! Oh my god, is it actually... No, that I refuse. That has to be fucking coincidence. Eddie Winter. Is there anything on like his Fallout wiki page that like references gallery? Yeah, no, nothing on his wiki page, but like maybe. God, that quest sucks. Holy shit, does that quest suck. The Cheese Man. The Cheese Man. Yay, Dawnbreaker. This sword made it very difficult to sometimes to loot places because the explosion it would cause would just make all the physics objects freak out.
Melkoran is vanquished. Skyrim's dead shall remain at rest. This is as it should be. This is because of you. A new day is dawning, and you shall be its herald.
Uh-huh.
Take the mighty Dawnbreaker, and with it purge corruption from the dark corners of the world. Wield it in my name, that my influence may grow.
Sure,
May
whatever,
the light
lady.
of certitude guide
Let me go.
your efforts.
We did it. Are items still leveled? I fucking hope not. Dawnbreaker deals 40 sun damage to the undead, sometimes exploding for 200 sun damage. And the model is different. Look at that. It's an artifact, and look, the icon is red. It's red. Wow, I'm blocking it, wait. Wow. Ever since watching Patrician's video on Skyrim, his short 20-hour-long retrospective on Skyrim, I can't. All of the swords in this game, most of the melee combat is just it's you're swinging different flavored paddles at each other. I can't not see it. It's like we're waving cricket bats at each other. It's so. Sun damage, the bane of Redditors. I want to know what he considers a long analysis. What did he call his start or his Skyrim video? Was like, I think it was just like a quick retrospective. Patrician Skyrim. A quick retrospective. That's what he called it, right? Skyrim, a quick retrospective, and it's 20 hours long. now what? We literally have no quests in our log other than like some miscellaneouses. I don't think we have to be a certain level before we can do Dawnguard, unfortunately. Imagine he releases like an 86-hour-long video on Morrowind or something. Like what Atomic Heart. God, I haven't thought of Atomic Heart for ages. I couldn't finish that game. Sneak. Still not even 30 with Sneak. Wait a minute. I leveled up and I didn't get to choose. Why didn't I get to choose my... Is that it? Do we not get any more health? Is it every other level now? Oh no. More bow. Pat culls the quick comments on the video to get more engagement. Like, what do you mean? He cuts out the videos that are... Oh, we have to sleep. Right, that's it. We have to sleep. I forgot. That's how it is. Ah. The requirement is only for them to approach you. Not in this game, because I think there is a mod somewhere in this list that makes it so that there is... It's like expansion delay for Morrowind. So that, like, I think you have to either... I don't remember. You have to either do something or be a certain level before it actually lets you, before it starts it. It's somewhere in here. He gets rid of comments talking about the title so more people will make the same comment. Really? So, like, what the fuck? Jack-o'-lanterns? What? Is it Halloween? Lugor, do they celebrate Halloween in Elder Scrolls? What is it called? Look, a woodcutter's axe. There's a holiday mod in the mod pack? Oh. Y'all remember Haven? I liked Haven. Is that a game? Haven? Because I don't recognize that. Haven. Game Baker. Haven. No, I've never heard of that one. ESO has the Witches Fest. ESO is not... I don't trust anything from ESO lore-wise. Is that fair? We did get new armor like ages ago and I haven't put it on. Rogue armor. It's colder and the armor is the same. So, man, does it look cooler? Oh man, it does. I look so roguey now. Ah. We'll keep it. we need to actually... okay. Things to do that aren't the main quest, and that also aren't other quests, and that aren't the DLC. I just gotta find more. I gotta find an NPC who talks in a mod voice. And then go from there. I'm gonna go back to Whiterun. I'm gonna sell this shit. I love it when they make an online live service game and a single-player offline franchise, all of its lore implications. Oh, that actually reminds me. Fucking Elder Scrolls Blades is going offline forever in June. So, if you want to play that, now's your chance.
The best blacksmith in Whiterun.
And now everyone's gonna ask, what the fuck is Elder Scrolls Blades? Ah, you see.
Welcome to Bellathor's General Goods. Welcome indeed.
It was a mobile game.
Everything's for sale, my friend. Take a look.
Plays a couple for fascist solar punk society to a broken planet. Drifting along islands doing tricks to cleaning away rust. Combat's kind of an anti-turn based as you're locked into place in front of groups of enemies, but instead of taking turns, everyone can attack at any time. Turns need to wind up first. I think you might enjoy. Oh, it's that game by the same people who did Climb Game. I don't know if I'd want to play it after playing Climb Game. And Fury, right. The Bretons look so weird with knife ears. You can't just say racial slurs like that. You're gonna get me banned, bro. I assure you the writing is way better. It's cute and wholesome and interesting and artistic and everything. That didn't sell me. I usually don't go for games that are cute and artistic and wholesome. I liked Blades when it was still in beta, but my phone died and I lost my account and forgot it was a thing until recently. Well, now's your chance to play it for like 2 months. We're in Skyrim, home of casual racism. Might as well blend in and start calling them knife ears. Okay, I don't think that would make sense for my character, though.
I'd even buy one of your relatives if you're looking to sell. Yeah, that's a little...
Oh my god, look. Whatever mod makes it so that all the shit appears on your backpack is, I love it. Look, so my backpack, I've got my pickaxe on it. I picked up the woodcutter's axe, and the woodcutter's axe is on it. The water skin is on it. I love that mod. That's so good.
No other shops today.
Look at it. I think my character is also dirty. Slightly dirty. You can't explain it without spoiling it. It's one of those things you gotta experience yourself, but it is a vibe. Immersive equipment displays. Elven Uncle Ruckus. 2 months of waiting for things to be built. Yeah, but like, I think they're giving away a bunch of free stuff.
celebrate our presence on Earth. Today, they take away your faith. But what of tomorrow? What then? Do the elves take your homes? Your businesses? Your children? Your very lives? And what does the Empire do? Nothing! Nay, worse than nothing! The Imperial machine enforces the will of the Dalmor against its own people! So rise up, children, for we are...
Bethesda and religious lunatics. Yeah, they do like having a guy who shouts in the town square. And by that I mean I can think of it twice. Well, no, 3 times. I can think there's the guy in Fallout 3, there's this guy, and then there's also the Prophet in Oblivion, in Knights of the Nine. Remember how in Fallout 4 you could not see your weapon on your character? No character had a weapon out, like, equipped. That was fun. That was really cool. Your character just pulls your gun out of hammer space. I gotta rest so I can level up. Shit. I liked having to sit to wait in Fallout 4 too. Wasn't that great? You know what's amazing? This mod does the same thing, kind of, to like, you sit to wait, but look how it does it as a... Okay, Fallout 4, you have to, and Starfield, you have to actually find like a designated chair to sit to wait. Watch what happens when I hit the wait button in this modded Skyrim. Wow! Oh my god! What? Look, oh, you can sit down on the floor? No. That's not an official chair.
That's how it's done.
There's some sort of joke in the cats having to fight, the cat people having to fight the saber cat. There's some a cleverer man could do something with that. Gang violence. There you go. Yeah, might as well. Let's see the other cities we haven't gone to yet. We'll go to the racism capital.
Where do you want to go?
Windhelm.
Climb and back, and we'll be off. Ever been to Windhelm? Oldest city in Skyrim by some accounts. They say the big old palace there was built by Ysgramor himself.
Domesticated versus wild spirit. I guess the saber cat wasn't up to scratch, just like the musical. Who's the top dog now? Oh boy. Skyrim, home of the Norgs.
Look at what I've got. I've got all sorts. Looking for something?
Does this mod pack have the racism mod where they ask you at the gate? They confront you based off of your race?
Let me guess.
No. Man. There was one mod pack I played that had the mod where when you go to Windhelm here, the guards will say something about you based on whatever race you're playing as. I remember it was like... I was playing a Breton, and they're like, we'll have none of your forsworn nonsense in the city.
We haven't taken a side because it's not our fight.
Hey, Maybe the reason these
Skyrim,
places
home of
were home before.
NordVPN. Today's video
Imperial
sponsor.
spies.
Imperial spies? You can't be serious.
Maybe we'll pay you a visit tonight, little spy. We got ways of finding out what you really are.
The Nords do have a reason to judge you. I feel like the people. I feel like Bethesda.
Do you hate the Dark Elves? Are you here to bully us and tell us to leave?
Yes.
Then we have nothing more to talk about. We have nothing more to talk about.
Like, okay, I feel like. I don't know. Did Bethesda again? Another coin into the Bethesda forgets or doesn't care about their own about their own lore. Box is the okay. The Dark Elves are horrible people. Like, do they remember Morrowind? Like, the Dark Elves are weird fucking slavers that worship Daedra. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I would not... if I was like a Nord living in Skyrim, I'd be like, yeah, they worship the Daedra. They enslave other races. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Yeah, they're fucking weird. There's usually a distinction between ethnicity and culture and nationality, but in Bethesda games, all three are the same. Yeah. Everyone kind of behaves. Everyone, for the most part, the vast majority of people sort of behave as, like, in Elder Scrolls, as, like, their cultural preset. Didn't they immediately build a shrine to Azura after arriving en masse in Skyrim? I don't know. Yeah, it's somewhere around. It's actually be north of here. But yeah. The Ultimer and Windhelm do fine too. They prove themselves competent and helpful. Which is weird. Yeah, that is kind of... That is... Again, is that like a weird... Again, is that a case of them... Like, what is Bethesda trying to say? Or is it just another case of, like, they made a mistake and didn't realize, like, because look, this lady right here, I remember her.
Not a lot of trees for you to jump between in Windhelm, hmm?
It took me a second. I'm like, what the fuck did she mean? Oh, that's really good. Oh, that was good. That was great. It's certainly Bethesda being just shit at what they do. Yeah, I guess. That's just it. Literally, she's like, "Oh, fucking stupid wood elf. There's not enough trees for you to jump between."
It was difficult at first. The Nords of this city are at best suspicious of outsiders. But in time, I made the right friends and proved myself useful enough that they don't give me trouble anymore. The Dark Elves are too proud.
Oh, that was good. I wonder what the racism I would get if there was other ones. If I was a different... If I showed up as, like... I don't know.
Thank you.
Aren't there Argonians at the docks here, too? Like, Argonian, like, dock workers? Which, again, makes me think again of, like... What... Did we ever... Are Argonians cold-blooded? Did we ever figure that out? There's a line about the Argonians not being allowed in the city. And they're not let in because of the Dark Elves. As far as I know, it's never stated if they're warm or cold-blooded. Bet they want to keep that ambiguous for as long as they can. Oh, is this like Extra City? Oh, is this... Did they... Oh yeah, it's just, oh, this is like, it feels a little more expanded. Oh, look at that. Man, this mod is cool. But you know what this city is? It ain't no New Atlantis. Oh man, Jemison? New Atlantis? Ugh. That's a city. Jemison. They'd struggle to exist in Skyrim if they were cold-blooded? Yeah, that's why I always wondered. I thought Daggerfall said they were cold-blooded, and character creation might be misremembering. They have to be warm-blooded, otherwise their usefulness as farming equipment would be questionable or greatly reduced. Just kind of taking in the sights. Modded city, it's nice. It matters because warm clothing is only warm for warm-blooded creatures. A scarf doesn't produce heat. It traps the wearer's body heat. Yes.
You're a war hero, Brunwolf. Ulfric will listen to you.
It's not that simple.
But what if it's a magically... Yeah, what if it's a magically enchanted item? That it's a scarf of scalding heat, and it magically produces heat. I need to level up.
Come on in. Let me know if you need anything, or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over. This here's Candlehearth Hall. Great rooms upstairs, and there's a bed for rent on the ground floor. Sure thing. It's your... I'll show you the way. This way. Enjoy your stay. And don't break nothing.
Don't break nothing. But hear me out on this. I don't give a shit if my farming equipment dies, so just buy a new one. Just a nice short 15-hour sleep. Something something the hist, something something it's magic, I ain't got to explain shit. Wow, do you work for Bethesda? That was great. You convinced me that you worked for Bethesda with that. I almost felt as if I was speaking to a Bethesda dev. Wash basin. It is I, Emil Pagliarali. Maybe cold isn't real on Nerf. Maybe it's not a fully realized concept in the Godhead's dream. Fucking goddamn it. I love my favorite thing. You see it in everything, but Elder Scrolls is like particularly like Bethesda adds something new and people will bend themselves. They will add something that is in a way or they will do something that in some way creates some sort of contradiction or issue with existing lore and world. And people will bend themselves into human pretzels to try to find some way of justifying it. Sometimes it like using the most esoteric, insane lore instead of just going, what if Bethesda fucked up and made a mistake? Maybe Mayroom's Dagon actually won the main quest in Oblivion. Yeah, did you? I was introduced to that with Patrician's video in Oblivion. The freaky trees might have been the original inhabitants of this planet before Lorcan did his shit TM, made me see some wild shit when I smoked the leaves and drank the tree juice. I guess they're gods or Gonians, probably. I feel like a lot of the lore of Elder Scrolls that isn't like a lot of it was like written as like a not placeholder. Oh my god. Thank you very much, Zanoob. If you're interested in Haven, costs like 25 bet. It can't be any worse than Starfield or this one. This one's on me. Thank you very much. That's very kind. I guess you know what I'll do? I'll even I can't do it. I can't alt tab. I can't bring up Steam. Okay, and you know what I'll do? I'll do it on my phone. I'm gonna turn on Steam and I'm gonna look up Haven and add it to the wish list. Haven. No, not Hades. There we go. Done. I forgot to account for inflation. It's alright. It's fine. I appreciate it anyway. You don't have to give me the exact money. It's okay. I appreciate it. Thank you. Ah, wolf. Please, I am just a small elf. I was gonna say, I feel like a lot of the lore of Elder Scrolls, a lot of it was not necessarily placeholder, but it was a case of like, what are we gonna make the lizard men believe in? Oh, the lizard men worship these like trees with sap and hist and shit like that. And like that's as far as it went, because that's like all it was needed for, was just to have there be some lore. They didn't actually need to have anything more.
All right, hand over your valuables, or I'll gut you like a fish. Well, I can see you're not one to be trifled with. Let this be a warning.
The Hist Argonian lore used to be more interesting. It used to be like Warhammer Fantasy Lizardmen, where the Argonians were created by the Hist to serve as their not slaves, and they used to just be pretty chill until the Hist needed them to do something, at which point they do some mental shit like counter-invading Oblivion during the Oblivion Crisis. Jesus. Now you see, you turned your back on a wood elf after threatening to rob them. Now you are dinner. We should go, I think Ari is in this mod pack. We should go pick her up. Cause she's I think she's also a green packed, what's it called? A green packed Bosmer.
Yes? What is it?
Nothing. Counter invading Oblivion. Oh, I was gonna say more about Elder Scrolls Blades. Elder Scrolls Blades. So, it's interesting how it's like I saw some people talking about how it's like it's really annoying that they make these games. They make these games they're live service games, and then they get shut down, and then sometimes they have actually like important lore in these live service games that are now gone forever. Like, for example, I want to say like a bunch of shit involving like from Elder Scrolls Legends, the card game. Like, there's like a bunch of shit involving like it's like, what is it, like the oh god, what it, like, it's some war is in it, right? Elder Scrolls Legends. It takes place because there is like lore. There's actually like story. Yeah, it's set during the Great War between the elves and the Empire. And there's like a bunch of shit in it that's only explained in Elder Scrolls Legend, which is now a defunct card game. I like the idea of a species that's created. There's a lot of philosophical potential. If God made man in his image, we are made in the image of a man. Are we made in the image of God? Are we merely an abstraction of an abstraction, a pale imitation of a pale imitation? After Oblivion, yeah. It's Elder Scrolls Legends is taking place during the, like, one of the stories is the Great War between, like I said, the Elves and the Empire and all that shit. And that game is gone. You cannot play that game anymore. I wonder if the UESP, the Elder Scrolls Wiki, I wonder if they're going to do the same thing for Legends that they did with, or for Blades that they did for Legends. They took a lot of time to try and essentially document every single piece of Legends before it got taken down. Every single bit of lore, every single card, every single picture, everything. Because as like sort of safekeeping. I wonder if that's something they'll do with Blades. I don't know. I think Blades added some lore. Let's go check. Let's check, shall we? I just looked, Elder Scrolls Wiki. Latest news, Elder Scrolls Blades will be permanently shut down. Shut down June 30th. Yesterday's announcements, the store prices have been reduced to 1 gem or 1 sigil, as long as a one-time gift of both currencies. Everything's officially free while the game remains online. Released in 2019. It was released in 2019. It has not received any content since 2022. That's fucking insane. They released it, and it hasn't gotten a single piece of content for 4 years. Holy shit. They are trying to do as much. They're trying to get as much of it as they can. Blades. Lore? Is there lore? Is there a story? I don't know. Truly loved by its creators, yeah. Fuck me. Is Fallout Shelter still going? It has to be, right? How did Fallout Shelter last this long? Bethesda doesn't deserve the UESP, guys. Bethesda does not deserve the fan base that it has. They treat the most devoted, maybe not devoted is the right term. They treat the people who care the most about these games and the lore and the story and the world the worst. Mod makers, the people who work on their wikis and all that sort of stuff, they fucking hate them. Or not even hate them. Well, they don't care. They're like neglectful. They don't give a shit. Like they're just like whatever. They exist and they don't realize how very few games have the amount of sort of people willing to do stuff like that. Most games don't have mods, don't have like a modding community outside of maybe like a handful of people and maybe like 100 mods. You know, like most games don't have this level like this where there's like fucking hundreds of thousands of mods with sometimes billions of downloads. And they don't they don't have people who are willing to like do extensive documentation of everything in their RPGs, you know, to the point where like the UESP has like every character in Morrowind is big and small. Every NPC in Morrowind is documented to the point where like you can see exactly what they're equipped with, the spells they have, everything they every interaction you can have with them. Same with Oblivion, same with Skyrim, and it's like that's a lot of fucking time put into that. That takes a lot of effort, and they just don't give a shit. The imminent downfall of Fortnite. You know, remember, it's not Fortnite's fault or anything like that. It's not Epic Games' fault. It's because Steam is mean. Steam isn't paying. Steam is being mean. It's definitely not us here at Epic Games that have made a mistake, have fucked up or done anything stupid. It's actually because Valve is bad. The USP has been around since shortly after Arena. Oh yeah, China did get their own version of Fallout Shelter that has like where they tried to like make all the characters sexy. A story that ends with intent will transcend the finale. A story that does not end on its own terms ends on the terms of time. That's a good way to put it. That's a bar. Valve does nothing and wins, yep. Wait, that didn't kill him? Oh my god. That kill cam sucks. Oh, there's the shrine, by the way. We were talking about that a second ago. There's the shrine to Azura. I want to say that I think it was... I want to say it might have been Patrician in his Skyrim. I remember him... I think he talks very, very briefly about how... they very, very briefly about how it's, like, kind of infeasible that such a statue could be built in this setting. You know what I mean? Like, how did they make this? What the fuck do you mean they made this on the top of a mountain in Skyrim? Like, what? I think it was a. I think it was a broader. It was a broader, I think, topic he was touching on that, like, it kind of feels weird that, like, oh, we have to do Daedra quests again because Daedra quests are a thing that people remember from the previous games. When it's like it felt weird. Like, okay, why were there Daedra quests in Morrowind? Oh, we're in a land where people worship Daedra. And it's like, okay, fine, that makes sense. Why are there Daedra quests in Oblivion? And it's like, we're in the capital province of a huge empire that covers a bunch of different cultures and people. It's a stretch, but you could kind of see why there are why there could potentially be people worshipping Daedra in Cyrodiil. Okay, fine. Why are there Daedra quests in Skyrim other than the fact that there were Daedra quests in Oblivion and Morrowind? Why would the Nords allow this to happen? You know, especially when some of them, like the Azura Shrine, and he did bring up the Crazy Horse Memorial in reference to the Dagon Shrine, where the Crazy Horse Memorial is something that has been going on for like 60 plus years now, that is only funded by donations, and they've barely carved away like anything. Like it's you know, like, and that's with like relatively modern tools and stuff, you know, and it's like, what are they doing it using magic and like, who is funding the Dagon carved into the mountain in shrine in the mountain in Skyrim? And he mentions how it could have been a good way of doing, like, why wouldn't there be like Aedra quests here? Wouldn't that be an interesting way of changing it, where it's like, oh, how about we do quests for the Divines now, or something like that? Something that makes a bit more sense. Also, restored Winterhold mod, I like. Or, you know, the city isn't completely destroyed, which I appreciate. Crazy Horse. Crazy Horse is a Native American leader that they want, that there was a thing to make the Crazy Horse. I actually looked at this recently. I was looking this up somehow. It's a mountain monument under construction in the Black Hills in South Dakota. It's to descript the Lakota warrior Crazy Horse riding a horse and pointing to his tribal land. It started in 1948 and is very far from completion because they only accept donations, and they've only, like, carved out his face, and that's it. Here, I'll show you. I'll get some pictures and I'll download and I'll show them up because this is kind of cool. And I'll get the I'll try to. I think they have a picture of what the finished monument is supposed to be like. Oh, that could Could you get a smaller fucking photo, Wikipedia? Really? Crazy Horse Monument finished. What is it supposed to look like? Can you say finished? Oh, wow. Here's the actual same photo, but in higher resolution. So, this is what the Crazy Horse Memorial looks like now, roughly. I think this is like within the last couple years. Let me see if I can find the date on this photo. 2020, so 6 years ago. That's what it looks like. As you can see, they pretty much just have his face. And the finished version is supposed to look like this. This is essentially you can see just near off to the distance. That's what it's supposed to look like. That's like a smaller version of what it's supposed to look like finished. And you can see they are a very, very far, it's been 77 years, and that's as far as they've gotten. At this rate, this could be like, what, 2200? They'd be finished. Maybe something like that. Star Citizen will come out, yes, first. Now, the Crazy Horse Memorial is also, I think, only 17 miles away from another very famous thing of heads carved in the mountain. This one. Oh my lord, it's enormous, that picture. This is the largest picture I've ever downloaded. 407 beers ago. Dun, 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 dun. There's not enough mountain for that to fit. It's fine. As you can see, this is Mount Rushmore, where we have Jorge Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Teddy, and Frankenstein. And I think it's like supposed to be gotta make the Native American guy thing nearby. And there's your history lesson. Anyway, we comes back around to why are there giant statues of Daedra in Skyrim, and why are there Daedra quests when it doesn't really fit?
Someday, I'm going to put my
I feel like I just walked into fucking Undeadburg in Dark Souls. This is very... I will say, I do like this mod. Brutal Legend did a better job explaining its world. I think the fact that Winterhold in vanilla Skyrim is literally like 2 houses and like a bar is actually like fucking a travesty. When Winterhold used to be the capital of Skyrim, and like this is... again, it comes down to being kind of fucking embarrassing that... this mod is better than what Bethesda actually put in the game of like this is a collapsed city. Like you got all the ruins and stuff, but like there's still like actual city. You know what I mean? 3 houses, the Jarl shack, and a bar. Yes. Yeah. So you know what? I agree with that, Halcyon. Yes. The quests that like Molag Bal's quest. In terms of like how it's presented of being like a secret shrine in a basement, that I don't have as much issue with in terms of like, yeah, that makes sense. I could see that. You know, in a similar vein, like Varamina's quest, where the same thing, where it's like a secret shrine in like a cave. Yeah, that makes sense. I could see why Daedra worshippers would be doing that. But, you know, the 60, 70 foot tall statue of Azura, that one's questionable. The what's it called? The like 50-foot statue of Mehrim's Dagon? I don't think so. Fucking another thing. Why is it Sheogorath? And why couldn't it imagine if it wasn't Sheogorath as a quest in this game, but it was actually Jigalag? That would have been neat. I really like this mod. It's done a fantastic job making a ruined shithole. It's like Coventry. The Dagon Shrine might be visible from Dawnstar on clear days. Oh yeah, I bet the Nords would be totally for that. They would be totally for having the god of destruction and renewal, or whatever the fuck, you know, being, you know, having a big shrine. The evil god having... The man who looks like the devil. Learning about the 100-person rule made me adequately hate open world towns. Explain.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
There aren't any Oblivion Gate ruins. Well, you see, that happened in Cyrodiil. What? It didn't just happen in Cyrodiil? They forgore.
Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within? I see. That power certainly exists, I assure you. Wield it faithfully, and few can withstand you. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The
Long neck?
Is, what can you offer the
Piss elf, what do you expect?
Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill.
People wanted a piece of the gates as souvenirs. The Argonians stole the gate bits and made nests with them, weirdos.
Of course.
You know what's interesting? Why do they not understand?
You know, I think you're right.
Do they not understand that oh no, I accidentally started the quest. Fuck, we're not doing it. I don't have no mage skill.
Once you're inside,
I shoot bow.
Speak with Mirabelle Irvine, our master wizard. Please, follow me.
I would rather die. I thought that was gonna kill me. A trade can roughly serve 100 customers. That means every 100 people you need to run one blacksmith, one baker, one tailor, and so forth. Oh. I don't know that the game knew what to do with me there. There are new spells in the mod pack. You find something useful? It's fine. A town with 1,000 people can have 10 smith, 10 taverns, so on. Kratos moment. After leveling a not insignificant portion of Mehrim's Dagon's realm and then leaving and turning around to fucking flatten Morrowind, they had to have something to show for it. Those wacky Argonians. There's a spectral bunny you can distract people with. Okay. Well, we could probably find them off of the court wizards and such if I really need spells.
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat.
I was thinking what the hell we can do. Oh my, I forgot that Bruma is in this one. We can go to Skyrim. Thieves Guild? Oh god, please don't make me do the Thieves Guild questline. I think that's my problem with playing Skyrim is that I'm so sick of most of the quest lines. And I can never find good mod quest lines. Bruma has the Colovian fur helm. Oh god, I wore that through my entire Morrowind playthrough last year. Do I need to wear it again? I need to really start checking. What we got mod wise? I'm looking at the mod organizer quests. Ugh. If only there were some quest boards, but like it is just like World of Warcraft quests. Catch fish, clear out bleak coast cave, letter, potion, deliver potion, letter, weapon, find a Dwemer delicacy. The Colovian fur banana shan't be denied. Find ore. Kill several, collect several, kill the leader of the Frost Hall Anchorage camp. Sure. Oh my god, that's up in the ice fields? Oh no. You think Cyberpunk did that pretty well, despite there being the same town? There's tons of ripper docks, clothing vendors, fixers, etc. Screw the rules. Technology screws the rules, so there's that too. I will say that in terms of just like scale, I think Cyberpunk, one of the things that Cyberpunk 77 did really well is scale. I feel like Night City, it feels like an actual, like a city. Like the buildings are really tall and there's a lot of people and a lot of stores and services and stuff like that, and it's like, this is kind of impressive. Sure, there's a lot of the rest of the game that is lacking, but the city always, it felt like a city. And I'm like, that's impressive. I think that's neat. Doing a modern city is like something that like a lot of games have not. I think very few games have made a modern city that it feels correct in scale. It's either not big enough or there's just not enough people. You are peckish. Night City feels dense. Yes. It feels very dense. There's a lot of moments where you can be like surrounded by extremely tall buildings and you can look up and it's just a huge, like, just tall buildings like blocking the sky, like, or like nearly blocking out the sky, and it's like, wow, this is impressive. This feels like being in like a downtown of like a built-up city, like with like a bunch of skyscrapers. And the amount of just like ambient NPCs walking about, it's like, yeah, that's impressive. Ambient NPCs, ambient cars and traffic. There is claustrophobia, and it always does. It feels like there is like a decent amount of areas that it feels like wide enough. Like, if you know what I mean. Like, there's enough different districts that like the city doesn't feel like it's fit into a shoebox. I'm trying to do this without stepping into the cold water and freezing myself. They did promise to do the best city simulation. They failed, but not too badly. I think it would depend on who you ask, like what you consider to be city simulation. But I get what you mean. Visually, it feels like a city in terms of scale and such. Takeshi's Castle Challenge, yeah, kind of. Your illusion spells last 25% longer. Okay. That's neat. Is this a mod? Is this a mod, or is this like, is this the dreaded Creation Club stuff? This is an unfinished quest. Oh. Is that a penguin? What the fuck are you? What is that? And he's gone. He's got. Oh, that was. I need water. That's vanilla. Oh shit. It's weird. There's two quests that are unfinished. That's weird. Cyberpunk's primary problem was that it created so much hype that the expectation set could never be met. Yeah, but whose fault was that? You know what I mean? That was the devs' fault. I think they set up that there was going to be the best game ever made. It took years to have anything. It was like they announced it, were dead quiet for like 6 years. They showed the thing at E3 that looked really cool. They promised the fucking world, and they delayed the game like 17 times. It became a meme to see, oh no, another JPEG has hit the Twitter feed. Another delay post for Cyberpunk. The entire E3 footage was entirely scripted, wasn't it? They only started actual development, so you heard. I'm not really certain about that. I remember though that trailer looked cool. In 2077, they voted my city the worst in America. Sky-high rate of violence and more people living below the poverty line than anywhere else. It's all true. And the music, It's a city of dreams, and I'm a big dreamer.
What a coward.
Back when I was under the impression that it was going to be, you know, an RPG game where I could choose different things and not the story of the game. Fucking hit scan lightning.
Can't hide from me.
It's like a fucking owl.
You're dead. You hear me? Dead.
Don't forget the first trail. Are you talking about the one from like 2 billion years ago? Oh, I love this first one with the music, with that song. Can't play it because copyright, but with the fucking lady in the street, and she gets the bullet hits her and it shatters. Oh, and the guy's like, and like the guns firing in sequence, and she's got the mantis blades, and oh, the game was so gritty and dark at this point. Oh my lord, the Max Tac guy with the gun that they just copied and put into Starfield. Yeah, that one was great. I watched that one so many times. Holy shit, that one was so fucking cool. And then like 6 years passed with like dead silence. And then at the end of that E3, they're like, oh, and it's like, oh, it was Cyberpunk. Wonder if the game could have been more polished if it was linear. The thing is that it is pretty linear. That's the thing. It's a pretty linear game. You're not really doing like if it was like, okay, I mean, if you mean like a completely linear game, yeah, probably. But I don't think it would have been as impressive in a lot of other ways if it was. You know what's funny? I was just thinking, there's like a weird through line, and we've discussed this before. I just realized that like there's like a lot of similarities and like plot points between Baldur's Gate 3 and Cyberpunk. I was kind of just thinking about how like wait a minute. In both those games, you are apparently about to die, but the timing is not actually like a real time limit. And then also, you spend a lot of time going from place to place to place to try to find a cure, and every cure is not gonna save you. And it's like, holy shit. God, I hate that. I hate that so much. Remember watching that trailer thinking we'd be playing as a Max Tac Officer Judge Dredd style? No. You're going to be playing as V. And V is dying of... V is dying of Keanu Reeves. And you have to find a way to save V. It's a linear game that was chopped down into quest lines with big one open world connecting the levels and stuff, crafting thrown in. Yeah, I think that game was a mess. Is a mess. V from the hit video game DMC5. I've never played a DMC. I've never played a single Devil May Cry, so that reference just goes off the top of my head. Not only are you about to die, you're about to die because a MacGuffin was put into your head with the spirit of some long-dead fucking weirdo in it who spends the whole game either low-key or high-key fucking with you and trying to influence your choices. Oh my god, you're fucking right! It is actually shocking how similar those games are in terms of a lot of those plot beats. And you need to find out, A, who put the MacGuffin in your head, and B, someone who can remove the MacGuffin without killing you. That is actually kind of interesting how similar those two are.
Over here.
Ah!
You'll pay for that. Do your worst. By Ismir, you'll pay for that.
Cool. I'm turning that fucking kill camera off. They could have done something really cool for the shard, having you play as the artifact, fighting over control as V's body, making the player an active participant in the story separate from V. Does V get powers from the thing in his head? In the DLC, Kind of, yes. If you have Phantom Liberty, there are you can unlock points to have your relic powers that do extra bits. Yes, there are upgrades or abilities you can get from it in the DLC. This vanilla Cyberpunk feels like you, Johnny, and V fighting for playtime. Cyberpunk is an allegory for not plugging the USB you found on the floor in your work computer. And in this case, the work computer is your brain. Kill cam. How do I turn off the kill cam? Is it a mod or is it a... Can I just do it a setting? Time to look through all the mods. Dynamic vampire appearance. That's not it. Should be in the vanilla setting? As a result, you get involved in a secret battle between the big city and a group of death-worshipping lunatics who end up accidentally summoning this apocalyptic powerful intelligence that plans to fuck the big city without any prep. They are a little similar. Yeah, I'll say it's a little bit of a stretch there on your last bit, Lugor, but I see what you're trying to... There's pieces. But, like, yeah, definitely, though, the part of, like, thing in your head, other personality talking to you, searching for a cure. Should be in the vanilla settings? Where? That's all I got, vanilla settings-wise. Is it? Yeah, that's it. It's gotta be mod controlled now. Immersive. Sky parkour. I like that mod. Wow, Bethesda adds a thing but doesn't add a way to turn off New Vegas let you do it? Yes. Cyberpunk almost feels too passionate, like they're trying to do everything at the same time. Like it wants a story and action and player choice and scripted cinematic storytelling and so on and so on. See, the thing is that I don't think it actually wants player choice. I think they want the feeling of player choice, but they don't actually want to... They don't want to actually put the player choice in Cyberpunk because that costs a lot of money to have all this extra stuff. Don't know what this is. I guess I'll find this at another time. I would like to know what the creator of the tabletop did for the game. Signed off on lore. I don't know. We still looking? Did we kill the guy? Nope. Guy's still in here. Like how it says kill or capture. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to happen, definitely. It's not going to be me killing him. How do you capture someone in this game? With mods, probably. Mod questline at Solitude. When you hit 15, if you're interested, I will take you up on that.
Stop that!
Now that's better. Let's go.
No drinker.
Oh my god, it's a fucking clown car of bandits in here.
If it's a fight you want. No!
That's done for you? Okay, good night, Lugor. Thank you for being here. Have a good one. Jesus, that was a lot of bandits. Move. Need to pick up all my arrows. It's almost like Skyrim isn't, I don't know, man. The level design, like the dungeon design in this game, it's like the hallways do not work with like these clown car amounts of enemies. I just checked the mod I mentioned, and the mod I mentioned is not voiced in English. There's no translation? What mod is it? Does it have a name? What's it called? Dakota. What the fuck? Everyone liked that arrows stuck to different materials. Turbo Overkill is a cyberpunk doomer shooter that took the looking for a cure story. I think it does it better since the cure does exist, but you're just busy dealing with cyber mutants for a megacorp, so you can't afford it. Oh, Ethereum. Investigate further. We could do the Ethereum. Do get a bow with that shoots fast. Smooth. How did you guys not hear all the rest of your friends dying?
Where are you? I'll kill you.
Quick, find a box to hide on. One of the mods that makes the lava and the Ethereum Forge delete items permanently. Jesus. I'll make note of that.
By Eastman. You won't get away with that.
What are you gonna do about it, asshole? Take the head of the bounty as proof of the bounty. It's like a WoW quest.
You're dead. You hear me?
Shoot your bow faster next time. Yeah, I don't know what mod makes the arrows bounce, but they bounce off of, like, everything now. Excuse me, sir? And he's a mage, of course. Almost fucking killed me. It's a shame because it does have the... Yeah, it does. It's weird. I don't know what the point of removing... why the mod makes the arrows just, like, bounce off of everything. Like, it still works in some cases. Me, I'm tired. Good night. God bless you. Good hunting. Thank you. Have a good night. Thank you very much for that super chat. Have a good one. Ow. Ugh. All right. Most likely I make retrieving arrows more accessible. I guess. It just kind of feels gamey that they, like, literally bounce off of people. And it doesn't seem, like, consistent. Like, I thought it was, like, at first, like, oh, it's bouncing off of, like, heavy armor. But sometimes it just bounces off of normal armor, I think. Okay, so it is actually working like that. Okay, then maybe it is just that. Because it'll bounce off of the stone still, and it will still stick into wood. You know. Who am I taking this guy's head to? Standing near a fire applies the warm bonus. I think it was Oblivion where arrows stayed stuck in your character on the inventory screen. Yes, that. It was funny in Oblivion because you could be using a shield in Oblivion, and you could be hitting, you could be blocking arrows with your shield, and the arrows would go through your character's shield into your character's arm, like visually, and you could look on. You could open up the inventory screen, and you would see that your character's shield has essentially been stapled to your arm by like 1,000 arrows, and it always made me laugh as a kid because it's like, how are you getting all those out? We have liberated Anchorage, yes. Who wants this? Collected from this person. Who? Sometimes getting hit with arrows adds them to your inventory. Why did you want to ban?
Are you bothering me for a reason? A steward of Winterhold.
Oh, you're
My
the
job
steward
is
of
to serve the
Winterhold.
Jarl. Not excellent. You've done us a great service. Here is your reward.
Thanks.
All right.
500 gold. All right, I'm gonna quickly use the bathroom, so I'll be back in a moment. So I remember that this mod pack, I think, has a mod, there's a modded quest line called Vigilant that I've seen a lot of. People always describe it as like, or I think the mod even describes itself as being like Souls inspired, Dark Souls inspired. And I've had it in several mod packs and I've never played it. I don't know if I'm at a level to be able to do it, but I should look into doing that, maybe at least for next time.
Just say the word if you need a drink or something to eat. Ranmir beg a drink from you yet? That's gold.
What did you do?
Who? I need
It was
bed.
a minor miscalculation.
I've already corrected their liquor. How about a friendly contest to win a staff?
With your college, Nelligar. Welcome to Winterhold, or at least what's left of it. Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
That's not my room. There we go. The town is unrecognizable in this. They really took their time. Yeah. Wow, it's almost like, you know, I don't know, maybe Bethesda should take time making the fucking game. Was that an in-game meow or was that a real-life meow? I heard a meow. Okay, we got 30 sneak. You no longer trigger traps, and you can execute a silent roll while dodging. Sneak attacks with bows deal 50% more damage.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
It is an in-game cat. It's a shame they don't even attempt to do it for the re-releases. Now, the thing is, that would require effort. Its pickpocketing is even more busted with this perk overhaul than in vanilla. You know, I was gonna bring up something. Okay, it's funny how like Bethesda with Skyrim does what like a lot of people want with a lot of other games, but other devs don't do it. Specifically, you get a 100% chance to pickpocket stuff. Jeez. Like specifically, there's like a lot of people just want like, what can you just re-release the game? This old game, can you just like port it to the PC? Can you just re-release it in like a better state of some kind? And like Bethesda has released Skyrim 87,000 times, but they don't but no other developers, like every other developer's like, what if we remake what? It's like, I would like a port, and it's like HD remaster, a port, full remake, a port, and it's like just a port, and they don't do it. Is the court wizard in here somewhere? Like, this is a completely new building. It's also kind of confusing. Yeah, okay, never mind then. I can't wait for the Skyrim Pacemaker Edition in 2041 to celebrate the 30th anniversary. I guess support doesn't take much time or money and they need something to keep busy. I feel like... Yeah, which I get it. It's like there's so many companies. I saw a thing on Twitter where someone was like, there's so many companies that could be making a ton of money very easily if they just released ports of their older games. Not HD remakes, not remasters or whatever. Just like a port of their games. Like, take the port, put it on the new consoles. Huh, you know what I mean? Wait, what level are we now? 15. Let's get out of this fucking ice box. I'm sick of it. It's cold and miserable. Haven't been to Falkreath. It's the only city we haven't been to. You have been spotted while fast traveling? What? Spotted by what? Console makers could do it too by releasing official emulators. They could literally just buy the existing ones. Yeah, well, yeah, they could do. That's another thing. Yeah, emulation. Like they could, you know, they could. Like it's so weird how it's like you could cash in on emulation instead of trying to stop people from emulating. And it would be so easy. Like an emulator for old consoles, you can pretty much run most things. Like if you want to run, I guess it's a case of like, for some reason, it would be like, you know, you can't just, I don't know. You'd have to license things if it wasn't something you owned as the console maker, but, you know, you'd only have to be able to do what you have ownership of in some regard or permission to use. But like, no, instead, kill everyone who emulates. People that have already made them almost like allowed to have full backing of big companies, yeah. Did you know, I saw, this is something I didn't know, did you know that there are people who are extraordinarily anti-emulation?
Speak quickly.
There are people who are like, emulation is bad. Emulation is like evil piracy. You know, they're like, and even for games that like don't exist off of like a specific console, you know, like if you try to emulate a game that was released on the Dreamcast, on nothing else, there'll be like, you're just a dirty pirate who wants to steal things and you don't want to pay for it. And it's like, but there's literally no other way to play this game outside of trying to find a Dreamcast and like an original disc. Retards exist, we know it. Illegal, therefore bad. Who cares about preservation? Just buy a new thing. See, there are even those who go as far to say that like claiming, oh, preservation is just like a cover. Oh, that's just your excuse for being able to want free. You just want free games and to steal. And it's like, a lot of the time, these are the same people who are buying, like, yes, I bought both copies. I bought both, I spent $40 for both Fire Red and Leaf Green on the Switch 2 for the 17th time. Who cares about region lock stuff you'd never played otherwise, yeah. I actually had a funny story about that, is that my first introduction to region locking being a thing is some extended family bought me, they came to visit Canada. This is like fucking 20 years, no, 50, yeah, maybe like 20 years ago now. They came to visit Canada and they knew that I liked video games, and so they bought me from Europe. They got me 2 copies of 2 games. I don't remember what they were, but I remember they didn't work on my PlayStation 2, and I didn't know why. And no one did. And it wasn't until a couple years after that, until I was like older, sort of, I think near the end of grade school into high school, that I learned somehow, I think on the internet, that like region locking was a thing. Message up for review. No. What happened? Oh, maybe it is. Fuck you, YouTube. YouTube, for some reason, defaults my chat on YouTube to top chat instead of all chat, so I might not have seen some of your fucking messages. Eh. Also, I actually don't, this forest is so different from vanilla. Like, it's so much denser, I don't actually realize, I don't know where we are. I kind of feel like this is how Skyrim looks in people's minds if they haven't played it in a while. Okay, we're near Falkreath. Are there enough trees for you to jump on here? Oh, here we are. We are at Falk. Okay, I couldn't actually recognize. Look how many trees there are.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Looks like that's it. Got to go.
Letter from an old...
Did you see a dog out there? Oh well. I guess I'll stay on the lookout. Keep your...
You do not know me. My name is important. I have been impressed by your many accomplishments. I am in possession of... I hurry, you may be in a possession of a Daedric artifact. For your own sanity, you must find a way to destroy it. I have seen too many good to temptation of the Daedra. It is a book about the Ethereum Forge. Okay. This is also a Daedric sign that makes sense because it's well hidden. Yes. It's weird. Jed's note.
Clean while you're here.
Guess we could do the Ethereum Wars. Arcathams. That's like... Where is that? That's the Reach. That note is just telling you the forge can melt. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm definitely going to throw these Daedric artifacts into the lava. Uh-huh. This mod also improves Falkreath. Look at this. This mod pack. Look at this. Holy shit. It's like actually like a city. Cast it into the fire, Nez. No. Look, like big tree, houses. They even kind of have their own style. They look different than the other ones. Like, oh. It's amazing that Bethesda put so much time and effort into making each of the cities of Skyrim feel so distinct. Oh, sorry, what's that? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm being informed that this is a mod. And that Bethesda didn't have anything to do with this. Is the graveyard bigger? Look, graveyard.
The god Arche was once like bound to winding mortality, but he willingly gave up this existence that we might better understand the vagaries of life and death. It is through the ebb and flow of this cosmic tide that we find renewal.
You gonna wear this to a funeral? You gonna wear your tavern wench uniform to the funeral?
Sure, Spoons. Aren't you a sight? You're going to have the men around here wrapped around your finger in no time. Oh dear.
Excuse me,
I'm
dear.
sorry. Are you here for a funeral? Been lots of mourners in... Well, if you need a... Speak to Volga. She'll set you right. Until next time.
At least they added more people to the funeral. But like, it's so much nicer. Look at this. And like the Jarl has like a fucking castle now on like on this little hilltop. Holy shit. Look, oh, look, his fucking and it's got like this as like an overlook into like, I guess like, oh, that's so pretty. I want this as a house. This is nice. Oh, look at it. It's so, man. Remember how like an hour ago we were saying that like Bethesda doesn't deserve their audience in a lot of ways, doesn't respect them, doesn't care for them? Like, man, when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out in 2077, right before the nuclear war happens that ends the world, like, it's gonna be so pathetic. Like, I feel like it's going to be a case of, I bet that Elder Scrolls 6 is going to pale in comparison to a modded version of a game that's going to be nearly 20 years old. Looks like Bruma. That could be, yeah, actually. I gotta remember, we gotta do Bruma.
Let me know if you want anything.
We gotta do Bruma.
Excuse me, madam. I don't normally do this, but...
Oh, it's this fucking nerd-ass, stupid companion nerd-ass. The fucking what's-his-face. I hate him.
Have you got a moment to talk?
Down with Ulfric, the killer of kings.
He does have the annoying nerd inflection. That's his whole character, is he's the annoying nerd.
Need something?
Skyrim, and we fight all our lives. Sovngarde beckons.
The vigil has none to spare.
I thought the Vigil of Stendar was going to come to arrest me there, I'm being honest.
Some of them... Oh, hello there. What can I do for you? Blades,
Does he say actually?
I can forge anything you need.
Hello, mod. Can you just tell...
May your ears be stout and your sword steady. Greetings. Blades, gauntlets, I can forge anything you need.
You're not one of the 3 voice actors in this game. That means you're a mod. You sell any arrows that are decent? Get some steel.
Until next
Is this one of Lugor's people, or am I being an island racist? I genuinely sometimes cannot tell the difference between Scottish and Irish.
Yes.
So, I don't know. And both my regular Scot and Irishman are gone.
Let me guess. Someone stole
Wait, what building is this? I thought this was like a merchant. No, it's the barracks. Whoops. I want like a general goods merchant. Wait until he hears about the Scots-Irish. Yeah, whatever. We'll just move on. Let's do the Ethereum thing. Why not? Fuck, that's a long way to walk. We got, the closest point is like Markarth, and then we walk east. Here you can see all of my attempts at making thumbnails for the stream videos of these. How many more of those travel packs do I have? 3. You gotta be careful. Character's inner Bosmer must be freaking out seeing all the wooden architecture. Back in Markarth again. Could have gone to Bruma. Yeah, I wanna save that for like a bigger like for when it's like that's like a start of the stream thing. If I had more, if I was gonna spend like 3 hours there, I'd want to do that kind of thing. I remember I tried it in another mod and it was very buggy. It was very buggy and it liked to crash the game. So I'm kind of afraid, because if it's consistently breaking the game, I don't want to go there. I just want to go there to be able to look at, like, get like a postcard of us standing near the like off in the distance, the Imperial City, and then just have then leave. What kind of race do you like prefer to play in these games? Again, just really, I consistently play Breton a lot of times because I like magic. Oh. Buggy, they tried to make it lore accurate. I like doing the magic / like the paladin kind of thing.
I'm what you'd call a soldier of fortune.
Like, you know, having like or maybe not paladin, like spellblade, I guess. Doing magic and sword with like a heavy shield, heavy armor. Altmer, I do like. Yeah, I don't mind if I'm doing like full magic. Just go straight up high elf. Okay, so we're like here. What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? Is this like a Dutch? What the fuck? Oh, orc. Okay, I'm leaving. Bye. Is there anything more boring than the orcs in World of Warcraft? Slip of the tongue there. Is there anything more boring than the orcs in Elder Scrolls? Dark Elf is good. Altmer with an apprentice sign for max magic weakness. Weakness maxing. You enjoy either the farm equipments or the Dark Elves? I think... Do the Khajiits count as farm equipment? The only time I've ever really played Khajiit in these games was in Elder Scrolls Online. ESO, my character is a Khajiit. They're good. They're good. They're good. Like all-rounders. So if I ever want to switch my build, they can manage.
What was that?
Nothing.
What? Over here!
Stop that!
No! I'll kill you! I got you like a fish. Come on!
You are either human, cringe, elf, depends, or farming equipment. What the fuck? Oh, is that supposed to be the earthquake that kills the lady? Because there's a ghost. There's a ghost in here, and she's like, leave. And then she's like, I tried to get you to leave. She becomes like an uwu ghost. Also, First dwarven ruin of this playthrough. The one that complains if you take her armor, she does? Well, now I know to do that. So either the ghost lady still gets to travel around freely.
Before it's too late.
Physics.
What are you still doing here? Let me guess. You're here for the treasure, aren't you? Just like all the others.
Who?
The name's Ketria. Was an adventurer. Raided ruins like this for nigh on 20 years.
Why does she become a ghost when nobody else becomes a ghost? Like, why? What determines you becoming a ghost in this setting? Is it just plot convenience?
Oh, you read the book, didn't you? The Ethereum Wars. That was my theory, you know. My research, my life's work.
How long has she been dead for?
Stolen by my own damn apprentice. That's how I ended up here. I can't rest. Not until I find the forge. Until I can prove that it was my discovery. Mine, not his. But it's hopeless. I died here, just like all the others. Turned back.
Long enough for her apprentice to be well. Yeah, you're right. Shit.
Maybe so. Then again, I thought I could too. I'm not going to talk you out of it, am I? I know. I was just like you once.
And then you took a... We know the joke.
If you want to reach the summit, you're going to need some help. You want a hand?
Sure.
All right. Lead on then.
Shouldn't you lead on because you know this? Doesn't matter. It don't matter. None of this matters. Also, she died like here. Damn it. Ah, it doesn't work.
Really? You had to take the armor? Come on. Leave me with a little dip.
How's that for dignity? I used to be a ghost like you. Bye. Look, say goodbye to your body. Bye. Also, yeah, how long have you been here that you're not rotted? Bye. There she goes. There she goes. Everyone does that. Skinny dipping. So, like, do you have, like, ghost arrows? Ghost swords? You're a ghost. You should just, like, do this for me, because you can't die. You're already dead. She's one of the rare environmental storytelling corpses. God, it's even beyond that. Like, she's her fucking spirit has literally come back to to fucking be a quest giver. These fucking things. Fulmer. Can't wait to be poisoned to death. Oh god, these are horrible noises. She comments if you take her armor. Yes, we did that. Why do they sound? Why did they make them sound like chittering insects? Echolocation? I don't know. I guess. Also earthquakes? Do they actually use echolocation? I thought it was just a case of that they have like really good hearing. It's like the Last of Us clickers. Oh, you know, that I have played that game, and that is kind of what it sounds like. Can you fucking hold still? I'm gonna be a ghost soon. Switch to the better arrows. Good. This guy is just... Ah. Where did Ghost Lady go? Well, hello. She ghosted me. She'd be useful since considering ghosts don't make noise. She talks a lot though, so she actually makes a lot of noise. Yeah, you want to help, lady? No? Okay. I gotta remember to eat food for the stamina and health regen before combat. Watch out, what? Oh, I'm gonna turn that mod off. It's fucking awful. It doesn't help that, like, it's an annoying fucking noise, but it's also, like, 30% too loud. Sounds like it's right in your... Yes, that is another... Yeah, that's probably the issue. The actual issue is that it's not... It doesn't come from the... It does sound like it's being played in a speaker next to me as opposed to actually coming from the Falmer. Mods and audio balancing, iconic duo, yeah. Yoink. Falmer ASMR. Zephyr. Fires 20% faster, your movement speed is increased by 20 while equipped. It's the same damage. What the fuck? Is the bone bow? But it fires faster, so... Oh my god, look, we move so fast now. Yo. Whee! And I think it doesn't look like this normally, does it? It's like a modded, like, dwarven recurve bow. It does look like that? Oh. Oh, can... That's a good noise. That's the noise of a physics issue. Ah! One, two... Really? Really? Uh-oh, wrong. At least it's not clicking. Yeah. None of these are going where I'm shooting. Oh, fuck right off. This mod... That sucks. Yeah. It's for better third-person movement. True directional movement, which makes it so that you actually have, like, proper control with third person, and it has a target lock. But it's not very good, seemingly. You could just let the ghost beat them. What's she gonna do? Die? Oh. Technically farming light armor. What the fuck was that? Nah. Climb. Climb. I'm just hitting the wrong buttons. I'm running out of fucking arrows. Yay. If I failed a third time, do I have to fight the Centurion? Useless kill cam? Yep, that I will definitely find a way to turn that off. Kill cam, except no, actually. Good physic. There's no kill cam mod. I'm assuming we can... I think there is a mod that controls it. Unironically named VATS. Oh my lord, really? No one recycles quite like Bethesda.
So, it is real.
What? It's Ethereum, right? Or whatever the fuck?
I saw a drawing of this once. We have to find... I had a map in my journal. We still... For the first time in a long while, I think
Kill cams ignore armor value? That seems like something that shouldn't work like that, but it doesn't surprise me. Dwemer robes, yo. Dwemer drip. We're going to create the God drip. Okay, now Bethesda, where's the quick way out of here? Because I want to leave. Where's the back... Oh, there it is. The back door that just lets me leave. The dwip. Are you fucking kidding me? I miss Mark and Recall. Bethesda sure doesn't. It's so much easier to design dungeons and shit when you don't have to worry about it. All right. I think I'm going to call it here because I streamed a lot last night and I'm going to stream more tomorrow and my voice is starting to go. I don't know if you can hear it. I've done a lot of speaking this week. I think I on Tuesday, it was Tuesday, I think, I did... Hello, sorry, White Mouse, I'm about to end stream. Tomorrow will probably be more Elden Ring, maybe RE3 if I feel like it. We'll see, one of the two. I'm going, yeah, on Tuesday, I was on Tuesday this week, I recorded all of my Starfield video script in like a single sitting, and I really actually, I hurt my voice. I like, it was too much, and then the next day I streamed, and then on Friday I streamed, and then tonight I streamed, and my throat, I can feel it, my voice is not, I think I strained it a little too much, doing too much talking, so I don't want to, I can feel it, I'm losing it. So that's the end. So thank you very much.